You are watching the Justin TV Invitational, cast by myself, Totalbiscuit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SHOUTcraft. I bring you BratOK in the red trunks. He is playing Terran here on the SHOUTcraft Plateau versus his opponent Minigun. In the baby blue trunks, he is playing Protoss. This is the Justin TV Invitational brought to you by Justin TV Zowie, QPad, as well as Split Reason and Brackets brought to you by Zeke.com. BratOK won the first match, but then lost the second to Minigun's constant economic pressure. He was completely out-macroed as far as I'm concerned. BratOK got so aggressive. Really, really great multitasking from him as well. Dropping in, attacking different areas, keeping Minigun on the ropes, but unfortunately it was kind of a foregone conclusion because BratOK had mined out everything that he had available to him. So he had no money coming in. Minigun had plenty of it. Easy reinforcements. So we'll find out whether or not he is able to prevail right here. I believe he still loses bracket stuff, folks. There will be more matches tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. All of the finals, as well as the loser bracket finals and all sorts of cool stuff. Best of 5 things coming in tomorrow at, I believe it will be 6 p.m. GMT as opposed to 7, because it is based on EST time, which is now moved because the Americans like to be a little bit crazy that way. There you go. Gateway going down on 13 supply for Minigun. BratOK, barracks, refinery, nothing out of the ordinary there, not that you would expect them to be. BratOK, you hiding something? Perhaps it's in there. A secret strategy we do not know about. BratOK doesn't need a secret strategy. All BratOK needs to do is be BratOK, okay? He is very good at what he does, folks. He is very good at being him. BratOK is a fan of drops, BratOK is a fan of multitasking, BratOK is a fan of guns, BratOK is a fan of loose women, and BratOK is a fan of killing Protoss. Will he be able to pull that one off against Minigun, however, who has proven himself to be an extremely capable, in fact all of Root have, in this particular tournament. Very good stuff from him. Cybernetic score goes down. Minigun. Minigun. Not doing any 4 gates right now. You never know. I don't know what happened in the first game. I wish I did. Obviously, that actually went on at the same time as another game I was casting, with one of Drewby's games. So I don't know whether or not he tried a 4 gate in the first game and lost. You never know. Reaper once again coming off for BratOK right here. Coming up earlier this time. No Stalker out yet. Not that you would expect there to be. No Cybernetic score to make that happen. It's out of range though. It's not. It'll spot the tech lab, but it's probably not expecting a Reaper. Very few people do. BratOK with a quick scout and a very, very chrono boosted Stalker. Not just a slightly chrono boosted Stalker, folks. It's a very chrono boosted Stalker. Very important to note the difference. The Stalker will be out pretty much immediately and available to deal with this Reaper, but it depends on whether or not Minigun decides to get aggressive early on, try and get a foothold on this map, to position some proxy pylons. No, not going to even bother that. Now he's completely aware of the presence of that Reaper, but hey, Reapers are great for blowing up assimilators that are placed in your base. That is their only use, apparently. BratOK hanging around for no apparent reason. Just, hey, chilling, nothing wrong with that, admiring the scenery. It's nice, sort of purplish crap, I suppose. There's some angry bats over there. They look like angry space bats. It works. At least there were no cats. At least there were no cats. I don't mean root cats, by the way. I mean the actual cats on Crossfire. They terrify me. Gateway on the way up, 2 in fact for Minigun. No sign of the 3rd yet. Warp gate not available. Let's keep an eye on that mini-map and see what's exactly happening. There's the proxy pylon coming down, so you never know, we might get that 4 gateway attack. It would make sense. It's very well executed by him, as always. BratOK expanding as well, which is not going to prove to be a particularly smart thing to do if he starts to get attacked right here. That's assuming he will. Minigun already pushing out. However, no, that Reaper is actually doing an awful lot of damage back here, isn't it? That is nasty. That is really not a nice place to be if you happen to be a probe. It's a shooting gallery. Quick spawn in right there. No, not going to happen. Funny thing that BratOK decided to target that Stalker, because he could have taken out at least 1 more SCV with the Doomed Reaper. Whatever the case, it's a 3 gateway push right now. Nothing major. And it's not going to be able to break that line, I don't think, but it will be able to prevent an expansion, which I feel is probably what Minigun is looking for right now. The 3 barracks are up right here for BratOK, and he is very happy with those barracks. They are his pride and joy. He does not wish to see them fall. However, he's going to have to break a blockade. It's being set up by Minigun. Perhaps he is expecting a 4-gateway, but there's no 4 gates up. It's only 3. It's sustainable, folks. He's not looking for that, let's throw all our money in and see what happens kind of approach. Probably build another set of warp gates once he gets that expansion up. Although, bear in mind, he's not going to be able to hold that line against everything. Right, okay. Decides, oh, I'm going to go expand elsewhere then. See if I care. I don't care about expanding into my natural. I'm going to go all the way over here at SHOUTcraft's Plateau. I have this inherent ability to do so. Double reactors coming down, and we do see the Ghost. Yes. The Ghost Academy has now been completed. Makes sense. Engineering Bay coming out as well. Doesn't want to get behind in upgrades, which is what ended up happening for him against Minigun in the previous fight, which did not serve him well at all. I feel that perhaps if he'd managed to keep up on upgrades, he would have done much better. Engineering Bay is coming down. That is not breakable. Not by the forces of Root Minigun right now. The thing is, Minigun does not care. He's not looking to push through it as of yet. Robotics facility is coming down for him, so he's in it for the long haul for the time being. However, he does have this nice safe area where he can expand, and of course his opponent has no idea, but he's got to have suspected it, surely. He really has to. As far as I'm aware, he did scout the presence. Yes, he did. He is well aware that that was there. He's got to have thought it's over there, but it's going to take a lot of time for Minigun to actually get through there and do anything to it. Right now, all he can really do is blockade and hope for the best, keep his natural expansion in check, although the factory has now come down for BratOK, so we could be seeing drops following that up shortly. It would make sense, considering the current situation. Drops would make an awful lot of sense. Very vulnerable, both of these areas, pretty much front-loading everything he has. Nicely spread out to try and keep an eye out for things like that, but still not good enough. Minigun continues to reinforce that and leaves that unbarred and unguarded, going straight through to the Colossi right now. Out comes the Observer. He will find as to whether or not his opponent is drop capable, so it turns out he is not. Not right now, anyway. Bunker cancelled, locked down, and now he has the forces he needs to push him all the way out. Minigun can't possibly believe that that blockade actually stopped him from expanding. He's all the way over there. That should be fairly obvious to anybody. Minigun slightly ahead in terms of harvest count, as you'd expect at this stage of the game for the Protoss. Unfortunately, still lagging behind a little bit economically thanks to BratOK's 2 orbital command centers. Falling back as rapidly as he can. Keeping an eye out for drops, which would make sense, honestly. BratOK already rolling out with a very potent force, honestly. He could very easily break what Minigun has right now. Divides it, though. Spots something wonderful. There you go. I'm going to take a free pylon. Sounds like a plan. Do not have a coupon for that, and he doesn't need it either. Oh, God, a dead probe. Horrible. The worst thing to ever see. An Observer there as well. I have to wonder if he sees it. He probably does. Looking for the scouting right now. The longer he delays, the more secure this area is going to be. This area should be blocked off by sentries, and it will be. No other access route to this base, and no drop capability yet. No sign of it either. No starport on the field at all. Oh, there you go. I was going to say, no starport. There we go. Of course he built the starport. What am I talking about? There's the blockade. Unfortunately, Minigun's only able to hold that for a certain amount of time. He's going to need to do that, and a nice little EMP as well to deal with the shields. However, he can't capitalize on that yet. Thing is, actually, Minigun... Yeah, he can, because Minigun now has no energy. He just got EMP'd. Can he break his way through? More sentries warped in. Not enough to hold that line, I feel. But BratOK already moving backwards. Sadly, he doesn't want to go in just yet. I have something in my eye, and it's really, really painful. God. With the dizziness and the inability to see, it makes casting a little tricky. 37 Marines on the field. We also have 10 Marauders. There's a Ghost up there as well, and now BratOK is drop capable, which is not what Minigun wants at all. However, since BratOK is waiting quite some time, Minigun is going to be able to get those Colossus down. He's already got 1. Extended Thermal Lance is now complete. 4 just coming down as well for upgrades. BratOK scouts the expansion. Will he go for it? He could. He could very easily break those rocks. He's got the firepower for it, certainly. However, it will draw him out of position, which might make his other expansions vulnerable. There we go, drop play. Not even going to bother dedicating his entire force to it. He doesn't need to either. Forge is not complete yet, so no photon cannons to defend that. That is extremely vulnerable. More Colossus on the way. BratOK's armed forces now consisting of 39 Marines, 12 Marauders. There's a couple of Medivacs to back them up as well. It's very, very strong indeed. I don't know if Minigun's really going to be able to hold this off. army count firmly in favor of BratOK as well, even though he has less harvesters. That's not a good situation for Minigun at all. He's really lagging behind here. I think, honestly, holding all the way over there with that blockade really didn't serve any practical purpose. BratOK looking for a way in. Honestly, he could go in right now and do a massive amount of damage, although he's still risking it against those Colossi. Surprised he hasn't got any Vikings on the field yet. He did have that reacted up starport right there. He still does, in fact. He's actually supply blocked. That's the reason that he's not deploying that yet. A bit of a supply drop there by the sounds of it. In come the Vikings. Now, that drop was not really able to do too much by the looks of it. In fact, they're actually all the way over there. He didn't even go for it to begin with. It's like, was there a drop? No, I didn't think there was a drop. There you go. A little bit of damage from the stim over the lip of that particular cliff right there. Might as well kill the assimilator for good measure. No reason not to. Small force. I say small. There's a lot of bloody Colossi in there. 5. And not a lot of Vikings on the field for BratOK. That could be the critical point here. However, the longer Minigun waits, the more Vikings will come on the field for BratOK, and Minigun's Colossi will be in grave peril. As it stands, they're not really threatened by too much right now. Upgrades-wise, he's really far behind, though. That's not helping him out at all. Ship plating coming out, infantry weapons, level 2. He's already got level 1 on that. And in we go, folks. Yet more damage coming in. No way! And a nice trap right there. Excellent force field placement. Cuts that force in half for free. No damage done to Root Minigun. BratOK falls back a little bit after that. I wouldn't call him reeling, but certainly that was unfortunate. Bear in mind that did drain a significant amount of sentry energy, so if BratOK goes in again, he could do it. Holding back for yet more Vikings. He sees how many Colossi are on the field. Don't really blame him for that at all. No drops in this area yet. He does have a drop-capable force here. Don't know how much damage he can do with it. 6 Marines and Marauder. Once again, here comes the push from Minigun. Is he going in with this, though? And look at that, 7 Colossus on the field. Huge numbers. Here comes the drop into the base. This base is currently undefended. The lack of mobility from those Colossus could be critical. Here's the multitasking coming in. Here's the push. Takes down the sentries at the front very easily. He needs to get out of the line of fire of those lasers, though. Huge amounts of damage being done right there. Can he nail down the Colossi? Colossi fall back at a leisurely pace and inflict huge casualties in the process. In the meantime, BratOK is so focused on that, he's not able to do anything. But the Vikings now taking their toll. The Colossi fall down at a very great rate. Minigun losing huge numbers of units right here. Admittedly, so is BratOK. Colossi go down. Here we go. Can he take that robotic spray? He can. He takes it. He takes it. Can he? Yeah, just shoot them. Just get it. Get it. Why do you not? Why? Oh, BratOK, you make me so upset. Why did you not kill it? Oh, I don't know. But in the meantime, a little bit of a chase situation going on. The Colossi are eliminated, and BratOK left with pretty much only an air force right now. Well, that's a lot of damage done to a lot of different areas, isn't it? Let's take stock of that and figure out what exactly happened. BratOK is lagging behind in terms of his harvest count, but of course he does have mules to compensate for that. He has 3 fully operational bases, as opposed to his opponent, who is sitting on 3 and looking for 4 right now. BratOK rolls out to look for more expansions. He will find them. He doesn't have a lot of ground firepower, but right now he doesn't really need it if all he's going to do is harass. He doesn't know that's there, though. Pylon goes down easily. However, that line's going to be tough to break. Still, there are 10 Vikings on the field, which means it's a Colossus sniper fest right here. BratOK could go in there. Dunker, go for it. There he goes. Brings down those torpedoes as quickly as possible. However, the ground forces are far superior to BratOK's. Needs to bring those stalkers down unless he wants to lose everything there. But that was a good, cost-effective attack right there by BratOK. Very few Vikings lost. Now BratOK turns it round again as Minigun is caught out of position. More stalkers move in to reinforce right here. There's the drop. Yes, why not? Why not? Take it, use it. Stalkers actually forced back by a force of ground Vikings of any... Wow, you wouldn't expect it, would you? But there you go. Charges the line right there. He doesn't have the forces for it. He needs to get the hell out of there. There you go. Good back and forth going on right here. Units lost. Minigun is losing so much. I mean, he's lost at least 10 Colossi right now, and he's done very little damage with them to make them worthwhile. That's going to be a risky venture. BratOK expands again. He's pretty happy about that. Already ready to roll in that regard. And a Raven on the field as well to deal with those pesky observers and any DTs that might come in his direction. Minigun starts to roll out the Psy Storm, so we can see those High Templar coming in very shortly indeed. He does already have them on the field, but he doesn't have the energy to use them, and Psy Storm is not researched yet. This next is in a lot of trouble right now. A good divide, a good split right there with the Sentry Force Field. The Colossi are not on the field at all. Nicely done there with the feedback. Raven not able to deploy that point defense drone, so those Stalkers certainly not as debilitated as you would have hoped if you were a Terran player. BratOK holds the line. More damage coming in right here. Will he be able to break it? He will. Immortals go down. There you go. Minigun with yet nothing on the field again. It's risky stuff, folks. Still no drop play coming in from that, but he doesn't need to because that Nexus is down. Minigun is on the ropes right now. Certainly don't count him out yet, though. His economy is rolling very nicely. It'll be rolling significantly less nicely now that Nexus is down, but he does have that, and he does have this area that's getting pretty much mined out, but this area is pretty damn secure for the time being. Plenty of cannons around to make sure that drops don't come in. Okay, Minigun, what you gonna do? He's gonna rely on the Psy Storms, I would imagine. Catering Amulet coming in for him as well, and here come the upgrades, looking to gain the lead, but he's actually behind now. Terran Infantry level 3 upgrades on the way right there. Only level 1 in terms of the armor, but still pretty good nonetheless. BratOK rolls out with those Vikings, might as well. It's a little bit of extra firepower. No Colossus on the field. He knows that he can't deploy them. He's very limited, so he's had to go for the Psy Storms instead. Doesn't want to go in there as of yet. Thing is, there's not a lot of Psy Storm energy available. Honestly, there's not a huge amount of damage that's going to be dealt there. There's only a few, but it's good nonetheless. BratOK sits in it and takes a huge amount of damage in the process. However, he backs away and goes in for a second attack. Here comes the wave. Those Immortals don't hold the line at all. BratOK takes that one. Going for the line right here comes the Warp in. Will he be able to block it off? More High Templar coming in. Do they have the Gator and Amulet? They do. Here come the Psy Storms. It's a good split by BratOK, though. It's very good indeed. Huge amounts of damage to the Terran forces, but it's not enough. The army count is significantly in favor of BratOK right now. More damage being done. So little left of all of them. They are so badly damaged. Archons hold the line, but only just. Minigun's defense is strong, ladies and gentlemen. It really, really is, but his income is lagging behind now. BratOK very secure in this expansion here. Very secure here. He could, I would imagine, take another right there. No problem at all. Feeling good about that. BratOK looks for a flanking attack. Tries to take him around the side right there. This is going to be dangerous nonetheless. He doesn't have an awful lot of health left on those. Those High Templar will rip through them, and he knows he needs way more medivacs. Okay, let's build some auto turrets. Why not? Sounds like a good idea. Auto turrets down. I personally would have saved that for a point defense. A nice snipe right there. Brings down one of... And a second one. Nicely done. Disabling the ability of his opponent to do Psy Storms and fully heals up that force. And now is rolling it again. Now, honestly, I can't see what Minigun's going to be able to do at home against this, but he goes for the Psy Storm anyway with the limited number of Templar he's got remaining. BratOK takes a huge amount of damage, but he holds it nonetheless. That Archon taking damage too, and down it goes. Once again, Minigun loses a battle, and honestly... This is going to end up really bad for him. He's got... GG, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. There you go, folks. BratOK takes it. Well fought by both. Extremely well fought. Minigun goes out.